Are you a student leader?
I am a student leader. Served on the worship team, served on the Connects group, and as a foundation group leader.
Are you a student leader?
I am. I'm with the Connects group.
I am a student leader, or I guess I am up until I head to Spain. Yeah, I've got a life group that I'm leading right now, and then I get to serve on the media team with the college ministry, and I do mostly the audio and some other things wherever Jake Tanis wants me. The two Jakes, wherever Jake Tanis wants me is kind of where I go.
Are you a student leader?
Yes, I am.
What team are you on?
I'm on the Connects crew.
I am part of the student leadership team, part of the audiovisual lights, so running all the background technological stuff was my job mainly.
Are you a student leader, or were you?
Kinda. I was on the Connects crew for about 8 hours, and I met some really great people that way. And I have been, for this semester, a foundational group leader.
I serve on the serve team. I guess you could say I'm kind of like the captain of the serve team. I help them just organize and plan and run events and late nights after Tuesday nights and just get to run with that crew.
Are you a student leader?
I am. I'm on the Connects group, so we just talk to people, make people feel welcomed, answer any questions they may have. And we throw some events outside of church like Hangar nights and things like that. Try to give people something to do between Tuesday and Tuesday.
What has your experience been like being like a student leader?
It's been good. It's been really growing in the fact that like even whenever I don't feel like wanting to serve other people, I like have made the commitment, and so I have to. And like it's kind of like learning how to like even not having that initial want to like still wanting to, and like because like you can't serve somebody out of just like I don't really want to serve you, and so I'm just doing this because I'm obligated to. It's just like a consistent pursuit of wanting to serve out of genuine heart and like having been shown the love of Christ, showing that to others.
What has your experience been like being a student leader?
It's been good. I've met a lot of people. It's helped me kind of branch out and make friends through the college ministry. I think a lot of my friends I met were because I'm in the Connects group, either because they're in Connects or is because I walked up to them and introduced myself, and now we're pretty good friends.
It's been really positive. I've probably learned more than the people that I have led. You know, it's been very humbling for one. God has been very faithful to show me my shortcomings and how much He does not need me to further His kingdom. Because I've just got a lot of stuff wrong with me, and it's been sweet to see those guys that I lead and the guys that I get to serve with, and everybody's just got their own thing, you know, and God accepts us all where we're at. But He loves us too much to let us stay there. And so through leading and the scripture that points to what leaders should be and what standard they're held to, and what God does in His leadership of us, and what potentially I might be doing leading a spouse someday or leading a workplace or anything, it has shown me a lot how much that is all on God, and like His Spirit is what leads us and what leads through us. And so it's been really sweet to get to do that with these guys in the college ministry, mostly guys. Every so often I'll have a girl or two that's doing like what I'm doing, but it's been really sweet to get to be really close to guys and lead them. And yeah, like I said, it's been very humbling, but God is so faithful to, I think, have used me, and I don't know why He does that, but He has. And it's really sweet to look back on the last couple of years and see where He's led and what He's done to use me. And I wouldn't want to be doing it anywhere else, you know, so it'll be sad leaving, but I've enjoyed the heck out of it.
I would say it's been very fulfilling in being able to meet a bunch of new people and just walk through life with others, but then also be able to be part of that leadership role. You know, I've never been in a leadership role, so to be able to actually help others and be someone that people can like go to with stuff has been awesome.
It's been really cool. To be honest, I've kind of enjoyed being able to serve from the background and then just watching everybody get into worship and then just listening eagerly to the messages Jake Johnson has given over this past semester on Acts. It's been really cool because it's been really nice to see the progression of how I've matured over this experience, and it's been I've really enjoyed it, and I can't see what the Lord's got for me next.
Being a leader, the experience is not at all within the actual doing of the job, but it is very much within this team that I enjoy working, like serving so much. This team is not only people who are coming together to know like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to just have a job in the church and be well known, but this is an opportunity for me to serve and invite others and let them know that they can be fully known as we are. The team in college ministry causes me to just want to do my job better, as I see them not just doing their job, but serving other people with diligence and respect, and man, just a community of people who know they're sinners, and we all need salvation.
I guess my experience, it's been so good. There's so many things I could say. I think the biggest thing is just the fact that it's a team, it's coordination, it's community, it's fellowship all at the same time, as well as like service. And then on top of that, like you're serving other students your age, which is so cool, and it's such a unique opportunity. Unlike I feel like other ministries or other outreach programs or just whatever, it's just one of those things that's so unique that you get to minister and just serve other people who are your age, and you really get just to meet them where they're at, walk alongside them, as well as your others that you're serving with. You really get to speak truth into each other's lives, lift each other up, and then you get to see what it's like to serve with each other. You get to see what it's like to be the hands and feet of the church, and really get to see each other's gifts play out, what that looks like, what it looks like to be unique in the Lord and uniquely made in the Lord, to see what, or just how the Lord designed ministry, how He designed service, how He designed leadership within the church, and that's just a really cool thing to be a part of.
It's been really good. I feel like it's really given me a sense of responsibility within the ministry. I've gone from being somebody that's looked for a way to be served, and it's changed all of that to how to serve the people around me, the people that come, and it's a whole different mindset, but I feel a lot more fulfilled when I go into a building looking to serve other people and not looking for other people to serve me.
What's your experience been like being in a life group?
Being in a life group has been awesome. Just having a community that you're completely open with and just walking through life with has been super beneficial, just because it's so easy to get off track, justifying to yourself that what you're doing is correct, but you have other people around you to see your blind spots and just be like, hey, no, what you're doing is wrong, and being able to call you out and encourage you on to the path of righteousness or whatever. But yeah, it's been good.
Have you been in a life group?
I have, yeah. So I've been in several actually. Reuben Acton and Ethan Sanders, two old Den Bible names, were my leaders to begin with, and they were great. And I was in that life group for about 6 to 8 months, and then they left. They had to move to a different church, and then I was with Todd Lang for about 6 months until I graduated college, and he was my life group leader up until the end, mostly. The experience has been really good. It's been, like I said, it's like as a leader of a life group now, I'm getting to see it kind of from the other side, but they are human, for one. They're leaders and they're human and they're not perfect, and I think a lot of times we expect our leaders to be, and all the more that has just made our group better, because they have been so faithful to share their flaws and share their struggles with us, and then also pour out wisdom that we don't have. And so emphasizing that really well in a life group has been such a blessing. Seeing both sides, okay, they are sinners, however, they are extremely wise and have so much to teach us. And so it's been a really good experience, and I would say a life group leader is probably what shaped my walk with Christ the most in the college ministry. Just their faithfulness, and it's a picture of Christ. They're showing up every week faithful to try to better us as followers of Christ, So it has been that is what I would recommend the most to anyone, to do in the college ministry, is to get in a life group, because you can get lost in numbers sometimes. There's a lot of people, and having it condensed down to a couple of guys that just deeply care about your life has been massively beneficial. And like, some of those guys are going to be in my wedding, Lord willing. One of those guys may be doing my wedding, like officiating it. So, it's just, it creates bonds through Christ that can't be made any way else.
Are you in a life group?
Yeah, I'm in a foundation group. I'm in a foundation group with Jacob and Nick.
What's your experience been like in a life group or foundation group?
Really awesome. Being able to, like I said, walk through life, but at a more intimate level of where we're there for each other, and it's people we can fall to if we are falling, like people that we can go to, but it's more of an intimate level of where we can have those harder discussions one-on-one instead of kind of in a bigger crowd where it may not be as easy.
My experience being in a life group, it was something I'd never really experienced before. It was really cool. It was very unique in the sense that you're coordinating college schedules, so you get to meet randomly throughout the week. I think we met Wednesdays at like 9 or 10 a.m. So that was different, meeting in the middle of the morning during the week versus like a Sunday evening or Sunday during church, or something like you typically would for a lot of different, like growing up, if you grew up in the church, like meeting with what Denton Bible calls huddle groups, or other churches might call like small groups. And it's just really cool. I mean, you get to really just walk alongside other girls and guys that are, girls with girls and guys with guys that are your age, but you're still kind of all over the place as far as what just like life looks like. I mean, college is such a unique experience for everybody. And so being able to come under like one roof together and just put aside everything that's going on and really just be there for each other in that, and talk to each other and laugh and cry and scream and yell and all the things in between. It's just really cool, and to be able to come and just love on each other, but also do that rooted in the Lord's word and rooted in the Lord. And that's just, I don't know, it's unique. There's nothing like it.
I'm in Jake Johnson's life group. Not currently, but I'm gonna jump back in after Young Guns because I'm busy on Thursday nights. But my first life group experience, we just sat around and just kind of gave a little update on where we were, and I think the 5 of us or 6 of us that were there ended up talking till like 11:30 at night, and it was just a huge, awesome, spirit-filled conversation the whole time. That first night in our life group was a huge turning point for my life and my faith. Like that was a new level, I guess, that I reached, and my experience with God, being able to confess with people on a weekly basis, that's matured me a lot in the last year.
And then what has your experience been like leading a foundation group?
It's been really good as well. I really enjoy the aspect of just like being able to help people that aren't really that much younger than I am, but just being able to be like, hey, I've stepped in these potholes, and I've been through some of the things that you were going through now, and like just being able to help them through those things.
We just get to run life together and learn about God together and be dumb and make stupid decisions together, and so we do it all together.
The most recent thing I've done is lead a foundation group. I led the first year we had foundation groups. I think I learned, I've said this multiple times, but just being in college is so unique for everyone. And so only being like 2 years older than the girls that you're leading is kind of daunting at first. It's kind of scary walking in there thinking like, I don't have a lot to offer them. I'm only 2 years older maybe than them, but then you get in there and you realize like they have a lot to offer you, and you have a lot to offer them. The Lord uses each of us so uniquely and so precisely and perfectly in each other's lives. He just orchestrates that so well. Yes, we're still sinners. Yes, we're still broken. So yes, there's obviously still conflict and turmoil and frustration, all those negative emotions that come with community. But in the long run, I think it's just really cool to see how the Lord, he just takes your insecurities walking in and he blows them out of the water, in the sense that he shows you how he turns it around on you, and he shows you where your insecurities are also where your gifts are at, or where he's growing you, or how he's using you in somebody else's life. And so for me, that was kind of my experience leading a foundation group, was just seeing where my insecurity, where my doubts or my questions were, and then seeing how God just kind of flipped those upside down and taught me through them, and I grew through them, and I learned a lot through them, and I was able to use those doubts and questions to better minister and to better lead.
What like skills have you learned from like serving on teams or stuff like that?
I think I've like gained a lot of confidence in myself, and just like, especially with leading worship, like I was never gonna be a person to do that. At least in my head, I wasn't a person to do that. But like I had started like playing piano on the worship team, and I was living with Derek at the time, and Derek literally like went up to Grace, who was leading worship at the time, and was like, "Hey, he can sing." And I was like, "I will never ever sing in front of anybody ever." And like he basically forced me to, and like through that kind of just like the opportunity opened, and I became the worship leader. And so I think I've gained a lot of confidence in that, and like also just like not caring necessarily what other people think about, like, because it's not, the worship isn't about me, it's just like it's about the Lord. And if I can like clearly communicate, we are all flailing about in our circumstance, and like we just need to look to Jesus, that's like my whole job. And so I think it's just encouraged me in a lot of ways of just like having confidence in myself, and like confidence in the Lord and trusting the Lord.
Leadership skills, skills I can use not just in the church but out of church. Also, I've learned how to communicate with people, introduce myself better. I am pretty shy when I meet people, and this helps me with my job, being in marketing, talking to people. So it's helped me with those two skills.
That's actually been really beneficial out of the college ministries. I've gotten some AVL experience that will translate into a lot of things.
So what skills have you learned from being a leader?
I think the main thing that I've learned from being a leader is creating genuine friendships and really focusing on being there for other people and not just going through the motions.
Probably one of the biggest skills is enjoy, like you don't have to serve and always be in the spotlight. This is one of the jobs where you're not in the spotlight, the worship team or the Connects crew, but you're running the background stuff that's still a vital role to this whole operation. And I would say for me, it was learning how to be humble and understand that I'm not always going to get the spotlight, and be happy with that, and that the Lord sees that, and He is grateful for the people that serve eagerly. And that's probably one of the biggest things, is being humble and not always looking to be seen. So. Mm-hmm.
And you say the spotlight, that's kind of funny because it's literally your job to like put lights onto someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the best skill I have acquired from being a leader has probably been the ability to observe. We are so prone to like see how we can fill our role well, but we're never really concerned with how we can serve others well, like completely. And my mindset has just been completely changed of, we're not just doing a job, we're invited to serve other people. And like, once again, I see that in the community, and I want to do that just as much as they do. And so it really, like, the ability to observe, not just, hey, this is my job, but I'm invited to serve you. And it's been a lot of fun.